Hello and welcome to the video tutorials by BeSmartEducation. In this series, we will guide you through various aspects of English grammar to help you improve your language skills. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more educational videos and tutorials. Click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Let's get started. In this series, we will guide you through the use and understanding of countable and uncountable nouns, along with the quantifiers that fit each category. Whether you are a beginner or looking to refine your knowledge, these tutorials will provide you with the tools and practice you need. Let's begin our journey into mastering English grammar together. Ever wondered why we say a piece of cake but many cakes, or some water instead of a water? In this chapter, we'll explore the differences between countable and uncountable nouns and learn how to use them correctly. Let's dive in. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. They have both singular and plural forms. For example, cat is a countable noun. You can have one cat, two cats, or three cats. Countable nouns can be preceded by articles like a or an and numbers. Let's look at some more examples. Here are some examples of countable nouns. One apple, two apples. A book, several books. One chair, three chairs. Notice how these nouns can be easily counted and have plural forms. Uncountable nouns, also known as mass nouns, cannot be counted individually in their typical usage. They do not have a plural form when referring to their substance or concept as a whole. For example, water is an uncountable noun. You don't usually say one water or two waters. Instead, you might say some water or a lot of water. However, in some contexts, you might encounter the plural form waters, which refers to different types or areas of water like lakes, rivers, and oceans. Uncountable nouns often refer to substances, concepts, or collective categories. Here are some examples of uncountable nouns. Water, but waters can refer to various lakes, rivers, or oceans. Information, rice, sugar, music, furniture, advice. Knowledge. Notice that these nouns typically do not have a plural form and are not used with a or an. Instead, we use quantifiers like some or a lot of to indicate quantity. Now that we've understood countable and uncountable nouns, let's move on to how we can express their quantities. In this chapter, we'll explore the quantifiers used with both countable and uncountable nouns to help us specify amounts clearly. Let's dive in. When we want to talk about the quantity of countable nouns, we use specific quantifiers. These include words like many, few, a few, several, a lot of, and lots of. These quantifiers help us specify the number of items or people we're talking about. Here are some examples of how to use these quantifiers with countable nouns in sentences. There are many apples in the basket. Few books were left on the shelf. She has a few chairs in her living room. Several students participated in the competition. We saw a lot of cars on the highway. He has lots of friends in the city. Notice how these quantifiers give us a clearer idea of the number of countable items being referred to. When talking about the quantity of uncountable nouns, we use different quantifiers. These include words like much, little, a bit of, and a great deal of. These quantifiers help us describe amounts that cannot be counted individually. Here are some examples of how to use these quantifiers with uncountable nouns in sentences. There isn't much water in the glass. She has little patience for nonsense. I need a little sugar for my coffee. Can you give me a bit of advice? He has a great deal of knowledge about history. Notice how these quantifiers help us indicate the amount of uncountable substances or concepts. Some quantifiers can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. These include words like some, any, a lot of, lots of, and plenty of. These quantifiers are versatile and help us describe quantities regardless of whether the nouns are countable or uncountable. Here are some examples of how to use these quantifiers with countable nouns in sentences. I have some apples. Do you have any books? She has a lot of friends. There are lots of chairs in the room. We have plenty of ideas for the project. And here are examples of how to use these quantifiers with uncountable nouns. I need some water. Do you have any information? He has a lot of patience. There is a lot of sugar in the recipe. We have plenty of time to finish the work. Notice how these quantifiers can be used flexibly with both types of nouns. Thank you for watching our video on countable and uncountable nouns and how to use quantifiers with them. We hope you found this tutorial helpful and that it has clarified the differences between countable and uncountable nouns, as well as how to accurately describe quantities using the right quantifiers. Remember, countable nouns are those you can count individually, like apples and chairs, while uncountable nouns are those you can't count individually, like water and sugar. Using the right quantifiers can help you express quantities clearly, whether you're talking about countable or uncountable nouns. This is part 1 of our series on this topic. Stay tuned for part 2, where we will dive deeper into special cases and nuances, such as nouns that can be both countable and uncountable, collective nouns, and the difference between a few, a little, few, and little. Thank you for learning with us, and we look forward to seeing you in part 2. Thank you for watching this video tutorial by BeSmartEducation. We hope you found it helpful and informative. Remember, mastering English grammar is a journey, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more educational videos and tutorials. Click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Join our Facebook page, BeSmartEducation, for more resources and community support. Keep practicing and see you in the next video.